Hey guys, Bobo here with update 63 in the forest, and holy crap, what are we riding? They added zip lines. What the hell? And they added these sweet freaking things. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can use this for my current series, if I can get it up to the top. I'll destroy it later. Oh god, look at all this new stuff. This is like the update. People are like, I want new items and so much stuff. So let's get started. First of all, in the options menu, you can now change the tint of your ghost. Sorry, your ghost. That comes out wrong. Of your blueprints. So, look, I got blue. It's right in the game. Blue. That's so cool. And we're putting the crane down right there. Please note that it can cut a hole in your buildings. So, yeah, you may want to build it off to the side if you don't want a hole into whatever you're building. Birdhouse will show up later. This one is for trees. This is pretty cool, actually. So you can go from tree to tree or tree to ground, but it has to start at a tree. I'm gonna look at some of the inside stuff. So much new stuff. This is a fireplace. You have to stick a fire inside the fireplace, but it's not a problem to do so. A couch, bone chair, pretty sweet. A small side table, you know, like a little nightstand or something. Ah, so cool. I particularly like that fireplace. It's really nice. And it's really easy to place. A chandelier, which has a really good, like if you put that many lights in an area, the lights would be all messed up. But that chandelier is managed that number of lights really well. Please be careful with this. I actually found this out. If you nab it to the edge there, well, besides sitting in the chair like I do, like a goof bucket, but yeah, now it won't let me cancel it or finish it, so don't put it on weird posts. It can work, but I wouldn't do that. The picture frame does work perfectly on walls, of course. As you saw here, it's a garden, and you can make a custom size. The size of it is based on the terrain, though. So if you have a really bumpy terrain, you're not going to be able to make a very big garden. You have a very flat terrain, huge freaking garden. It's got like 20 plants in there. And you can go larger. So I just wanted to show it at daytime. And then also show these cranes working. Now, they do have a default position, and I don't see an easy way to like call them to where you are. So you're gonna have to remember that, like, you know, the gates, the one-sided gates, you have to remember where you are. But it sits where you leave it, which is really cool. You can fall through the hole, but like, make sure you haven't accidentally trapped yourself somewhere. You have to try to fall to get your elevator here. But so cool. And you can build stuff on it. Pretty much all of the holders of any type can be built on here. So, like, even, like, the obvious ones are the stick, rock, and stuff like that. But you can build these less obvious holders as well. And they come with you. Oh, that is really cool. It's great. See, it works perfectly. I did try some other things. These are not holders. I'll put, like, all of the non-holders, they just go through it. Or we're going to make it really mad. So, be careful with that. And again, see how it's trying to hole cut up there? So be careful where you place it, because it's going to hole cut even if you haven't finished building it yet. It's hole cutting on placement. So be very mindful of that. Here's the sweet looking birdhouses. The theory is the bird comes by, drops a feather off, or you can just kill the bird that's coming by. But they look pretty cool as well. Now you can put the zip lines on the trees quite high. Obviously, this is not a very effective use for your zipline, but be mindful of how high you put it, because you're going to have to get up there somehow. Also, be aware that you can come out of it at a pretty good speed. It just launched me out. New flashlight texture and power to the flashlight. So it shoots quite a bit farther away. Not quite a bit, actually. It's a similar-ish distance, but the brightness that it brings is quite strong now. So just showing a flatter area right here. Look at that, look how big that garden is. If you were building it on a custom platform or something that was really large, something flat, holy crap, you get like 100 plants. And check this out right here. Aim down sights. and it's got pretty good accuracy at that point. Like, if you see the little nick at the top of the gun and you hit that, that was another lizard. Just obviously that lizard's dead. But yeah, gun's super easy to use now. We have another new weapon. It's a machete. It's pretty much the katana with a different model at the moment. Perhaps they'll add a feature to it, or just maybe people who didn't want to run around with a katana, you can now run around with a machete. But like, it's basically the katana with a different model. So if you weren't into the katana in the forest, now you have something a bit more thematic with a forest. And you find it at the bottom of the sinkhole at this new helicopter crash. See, it even looks like a katana in the icon. They might change that later, I don't know. But the helicopter crash pathing is a little weird for me. Kind of like I'm just floating above it a little bit there. And no, I don't have fly mode on right in this scene. Although, be aware when you're testing stuff with Mod API that sometimes it's not the developer's fault at all, it's just the confliction there. And there is a camcorder. I don't want to say where it is because it's going to spoil another item, but I'll make a video of it later. And there's no video for the camcorder yet. That's next update. But there is a camcorder. I didn't feel like that was spoiling, but what's in that video is probably going to be spoiling, and where it is located is a spoiling aspect as well. Now that's a lot of the visual changes of the forest. This one is one of those patches where you want to get into the game and start playing. You know, it's not like, oh, a dock. Okay. You know, this is a lot of new decoration features, so you don't have to really fiddle and do something really weird. You just decorate normally. I wonder if they're gonna add like a toilet or something, because like they added all of these sweet items here. I mean, it's not really a toilet, it's not necessary, but it's just something that I've always like, you know, you're in a survival scenario, that's something you probably would think about. Anyways, so we do have a few other changes though. They had huge optimizations to memory for defensive walls and stuff like that. So, of course, you know, if you want to look at those fixes, I'll put a link down in the description and in the comments. But you should be having your game run more smoother now, and that is always welcome. I noticed that my save that was kind of getting a little bloated because we were building a lot of stuff was running smoother, which is great, and I have a decent computer, so hopefully for you guys who are challenged a little bit on the computer side and running the game, have a more smoother experience. I'll put out a video later for where exactly the camcorder is, and I also have a link down in the description, but I just didn't want to put it in the video exactly where it is because there's four of you who saw it in the video, you know where it is, you know what it is, but I didn't want to spoil the other item, which is very strictly related to the story at the moment. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Let me know what your favorite addition to the forest is. There's so much cool stuff. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with the ziplines. I don't know how much I'm gonna use it, but like, you know, my treehouse? A zipline off my treehouse is gonna be so much fun. So I think that's one of the things I'm most excited for, even though the decorations are going to be so cool later on. Hope everybody has a great day, and we're almost done with the weekend, so if I don't see you on Friday, take care and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you guys.